66 million years ago, our planet was a world lost to time, a vibrant, sprawling kingdom ruled by giants. Before humanity, before the first whisper of our own story, Earth thrived under a different dominion. This was the late Cretaceous period, a time of lush, verdant landscapes, where dense forests stretched for thousands of miles, and vast, warm oceans teemed with life. Here, in this prehistoric paradise, life unfolded in a delicate, yet brutal, rhythm. A herd of triceratops, their formidable horns gleaming in the warm sunlight, moved slowly across a floodplain, their young staying close to the safety of the group. In the skies above, colossal pterosaurs soared on thermal updrafts, their shadows gliding over the ancient cycads and ferns below. A Tyrannosaurus rex, the undisputed apex predator of this world, patrolled its territory. It was a creature of immense power and surprising grace, its every movement a testament to millions of years of evolutionary perfection. Life was a constant dance of survival, of predator and prey, but it was a stable, enduring world. For over 150 million years, dinosaurs had been the masters of this planet. They were a dynasty that seemed eternal, an empire of flesh and bone built to last forever. But high above the clouds, beyond the blue veil of the atmosphere, a silent traveler was nearing the end of its cosmic journey. It was an asteroid, 6 miles wide, a mountain of rock and ice hurtling through the black void of space at 40,000 miles per hour. It had traveled for eons, an unnoticed, unremarkable speck in the cosmos. Now, its trajectory was locked, its destination set, a collision course with Earth. Back on the planet's surface, there were no warnings, no omens in the sky, no tremors in the ground. The dinosaurs went about their day, unaware that they were living through the final hours of their reign. The great predator continued its hunt. The gentle herbivores continued their grazing. Life, in all its magnificent diversity, carried on, oblivious to the cataclysm that was just moments away. The approach was silent, swift, and absolute. As the asteroid tore through the upper atmosphere, it ignited, transforming into a blinding fireball, brighter than 1,000 suns. For a fleeting moment, a new star blazed in the daytime sky. To any creature that happened to look up, it would have been the last thing they ever saw. The impact was an event of unimaginable violence. It struck the shallow waters of what is now the Yucatan Peninsula, releasing energy equivalent to billions of atomic bombs. The moment of contact vaporized the asteroid and a massive chunk of Earth's crust, carving a crater over 100 miles wide and 20 miles deep. The immediate effect was a shockwave that radiated outward at supersonic speed, flattening everything in its path for hundreds of miles. The ground heaved and buckled, triggering earthquakes of a magnitude never before experienced. These seismic waves rippled across continents, tearing the land apart. Gigantic tsunamis, some towering over 1,000 feet high, raced across the oceans, inundating coastlines thousands of miles away from the impact site. For the dinosaurs near the impact zone, the end was instantaneous. For those further away, a new horror was just beginning. The colossal energy of the impact ejected trillions of tons of superheated rock, dust, and debris high into and even beyond the atmosphere. As this material rained back down upon the Earth, the friction heated the air to oven-like temperatures. The sky itself seemed to catch fire. Firestorms ignited across the globe. Forests that had stood for millennia were consumed by continent-spanning infernos. The world that was once green and blue turned to orange and black. Panic gripped the animal kingdom. Creatures great and small fled in terror, but there was nowhere to hide. The very air they breathed was a furnace, the ground beneath their feet a shaking, burning nightmare. As the fires raged, A thick, suffocating shroud of smoke, soot, and pulverized rock began to envelop the planet. This dense cloud of debris blotted out the sun, plunging the world into a deep, perpetual twilight. The global winter had begun. Temperatures plummeted. Without sunlight, photosynthesis ceased. Plants withered and died on a planetary scale. The foundation of the entire food chain collapsed. In the eerie darkness of this new world, the survivors faced a slow, grueling extinction. The once mighty Tyrannosaurus, now a shadow of its former self, wandered a desolate landscape of ash and death. The great herds of plant-eaters had vanished, leaving nothing for the hunters to hunt. Ash and soot fell continuously, like a toxic grey snow, burying the dying world layer by layer. The last of the dinosaurs, isolated and starving, endured in a cold, dark, and silent world. They were the last remnants of a glorious age, facing an enemy they could not fight, a planet that was no longer hospitable. The final moments for these magnificent creatures were not of violent struggle, but of quiet, lonely surrender in a poisoned land. One by one, the last of the giants fell, closing a chapter of life on Earth that had lasted for an astonishing 150 million years. After the darkness came the quiet. The Earth lay barren, a silent testament to the devastation. But life is resilient. In the aftermath, as the dust slowly settled over centuries and millennia, sunlight, weak at first, began to reach the surface once more. The long winter began to thaw. From the ashes, new life stirred. Small, furtive creatures that had survived the cataclysm by hiding underground emerged into a changed world. These were our distant ancestors, the mammals. With the giants gone, the world was theirs for the taking. The end of one era was the dawn of another. The extinction of the dinosaurs, a tragedy of cosmic proportions, was the event that cleared the stage for the rise of mammals and eventually for the unlikely evolution of a species that would one day look back and tell their story. If you enjoy immersive stories like this, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more fascinating documentaries about Earth's past. Thank you for watching.